Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play the Journeyman Project Turbo. We are finally ready to head to NORAD 6, the last time zone.
Select a destination from the listing on the left monitor. Late arrival.
I will assassinate thee, so delicate, my
You are no match for me, human. But I love a challenge.
You're gonna get one. Or you're just gonna shut the door on me, and then we get sleeping gas. But I don't think that the sleeping gas actually affects you in this. I can't remember if it actually can kill you or not. You can put on the oxygen mask if you really want to, just to be safe. I'm trying to think of, for Pegasus Prime, I don't think you actually use it for the oxygen, but I think you use the air filter on the oxygen mask. I'm pretty sure it's required there. Maybe, maybe not. Again, I'm not too familiar with Pegasus Prime. But we can check out what's in this tiny room here. Not much to do, but we can check out this little panel here. It just shows us the different sectors of NORAD 6.
Contamination detected in NORAD air ducts and ventilation systems. And
you can hear that there's contamination. It's the sleeping gas. So pretty much everyone, at least in certain sectors, are completely knocked out. Alpha Station, Override Terminal, just showing you the different terminals, the hallways, Beta Sector, Delta Sector, Epsilon. Nothing too special. You got some surveillance. You can see nothing's going on there, though. You can see some of the submarine ship things they have. Hallway. Here in Alpha Sector, though, you can see the people knocked out. You see they're all knocked out by the sleeping gas. And that's all you can do for that. And over here, this is the only other thing. We have this bottle here. It says, Caution Purge. Yeah, it really means caution, because if you try to click this, you will die. So let's do it. Unfortunately, we only get caught by security. It doesn't actually have a unique death to it, which is kind of disappointing. But I'm going to explain something about that in just a sec when we go back. Okay, so what this is obviously a bottle of poison. This is what he used to knock everyone out, at least that's what I'm assuming. Here's an interesting thing about this item, though. There's actually two interesting things about it. The first is that if you look at it from the other angle, it should be the same bottle, right? It would make sense. Notice the sign there, the Caution Purge? That sign disappears for some reason on this shot. It seems like it was just an oversight and that they forgot. But here is something that is really silly. It just, I don't know why they did this. If you try to take it from this angle, it just brings up a pop-up that just says, hey, I hate to spoil your fun, but guess what? You died from contact with a poisoned bottle. Now when I click OK, it closes the game. I don't know why they did it this way. And the process is still actually running, so I actually have to close it. And then I can restart the game up. Again, I don't know why this is the only death that does that. Either way, I'll be right back. Okay, so now that we're back here, again, I don't know why it does it that way. Now, here's something I wanted to point out. There's a couple of interesting things. First of all, the thing with this poison bottle, if you actually look at the resource files for the game, this is actually an item that you theoretically were supposed to be able to get. You can even have it in your inventory. They had a picture for it. I believe a static picture and a rotating one. I don't think you can actually find any of the text, like info stuff for it. But all the other items are there. This is the only one that you never actually get. It's kind of weird. I guess maybe they were going to do something with it, but then they took it out, but they left it in the resource file. Now, the other thing that I want to point out is when I mentioned earlier about this little toolbar thing here for your biochips. Notice this one empty spot. We do not get any more biochips. These are all the chips we get throughout the entire game. So this bothered a lot of people. What this extra spot was for. People thought that, was there a biochip that we missed in the game? Is there some secret one? Maybe some kind of Easter egg or something? Supposedly, this was going to be planned for one more biochip. I believe something like maybe the video biochip. Maybe it would be for reviewing past video clips or anything like that, for reviewing info or something, but they decided to scrap it, and they figured that it wasn't worth the time to redo this thing here, so they just left it with a blank spot. And it's like pretty much confirmed that there aren't any others, because if you look again in the resource files, there are no other biochips besides these 7. So I just thought that that was kind of interesting. But enough of all this extra stuff here. Let's actually get out of this room now. Because again, double the music with double the echo. Doubly annoying. We get some rockin' music when we come out here. Yeah! This one only plays for a little bit too. I think it's just in like this corridor or whatever. Now it warns you, plasma field buildup detected within 20 meters. This is what the shield biochip is for. It would be a good idea to activate it first before going any further. Now that it's activated, turn. Now, besides getting double the music there, we immediately get shot at, which again is another dick move. How are you supposed to know that that's what was gonna happen? Now, we only lost, I don't know what, 100,000 energy or something like that. I believe if you don't have the energy shield activated, I think you take, I don't know, well, maybe at least twice as much more. You take more energy loss, you take more damage. That's pretty much all the shield is for, though. I believe in Pegasus Prime, there's a corridor that you go down. Is it at the World Science Center? I think it might be there. If you don't use your shield there, I can't remember if you die or not, but it takes a significant amount of energy. I believe it takes a lot more. But anyways, enough rambling. An interesting thing about this hallway is you turn and you get shot, and then you can proceed forward. If you know that that's going to happen, when you come out of this door, you can actually turn to the right and go backwards through the hall. Since that trigger point is right there, you can totally bypass getting shot. This is actually what I've seen speedrun do, as well as for pretty much all the other encounters with the robot. If you know where it's coming from, you back into it, you can skip that and obviously save time. You don't have to sit there and watch the whole sequence of the robot. So I thought that was kind of interesting. We can try to go open up all these doors. There was another door down the hallway there. And we try to open this one.
Defense command post on security alert. Access denied.
We can't enter any of them. They all say that, all the ones that we can't enter. So we can't enter, say, Gamma Sector. We come over here, though, we can see that this machine here has been all screwed up, and we can look inside the window.
Alpha Station 1, improper access credentials. Nuclear strike launch code denied. Warning. Warning. Manual override terminal currently unmanned in Alpha Station 2.
And then it just repeats. So you heard that, the nuclear strike. This is why the US fired. It's because the robot here, he's the one who did it. So we have to prevent that. We have to prevent that with twice the music. Again, this area is notorious for doing this. At least for me. Finally, some peace and quiet. Well, as quiet as it's going to get with the alarm constantly going off. You can actually look on the sides here. You can see the different submarine ship thingies outside.
Unequal pressure between this chamber and subduct. Equalize pressure before entering. Avoid maximum pressure. Some objects may implode.
Well, what if I want to make them? Actually, we have to decrease it, though. Real simple puzzle. It's the same every time. It's not like it's hard to see it. And it's magically safe. I mean, it makes sense. It's balancing pressure from one door to the other, being that we're, you know, underwater. But it's just a very simple puzzle. Over here, again, we can get another view of the underwater ships. Now, on these, I guess these are lockers. It's a little hard to see, maybe, but you have all these different names. I know that some of them are references to other things, but I don't know them myself. So I'm just gonna look at them real quick. That's a fleet. End of the ships. A couple more lockers. It's really hard to see the text on those. And we actually go up here. We got this arm thingy. And we can peer inside here, but it's all barred shut. So let's enter in through the door. We don't have to fix the pressure for this thing. We have some more lockers. Let's say supplies, small arms. It's a little hard for me to read that. First aid, tools, and so on. Can I go down more? Nope. You can check out this little control panel here. This is for the loading arm. I believe if you try to do manual, the Waldo glove's disabled, so we can't do that. We can activate the program though, but well, let's just do it. You can activate the loading arm. Just reach out and touch somebody. Reach out and touch someone with a mechanical arm that will probably crush them. So maybe that's not a good idea. Alright, so that's not what we can do with that. We can't do anything with anything important right now. Again with the sound. Now, I believe it should glitch here when I look to the right. I don't know why it does that. If you turn back to the left, you're still where you are. And it also does it for here. It totally trips. It has no idea what it's doing. I don't know. That's really weird. Okay, so now we're facing the proper way. Let's keep on moving. Another freaky glitch. Another locked door. We don't have the rocking music over here, though. Again, that's locked. That's locked as well. But this is the manual override terminal. If you notice from the that one control panel thing that showed us, and also the warning that it gave that the manual override station is unmanned right now. So this is what we can use to stop the robot. But this here is a retinal scanner. Luckily, we have the retinal biochip, and you absolutely need this to get in. And I believe that if you were to take the optical first from, was it Mercury? You'll miss out on getting the retinal biochip, and then you're totally screwed. There's nothing you can do. And I guess if you can't go back to that time period, you're going to have to go to an older save, which is why it's a good idea to save often. Now, if we screw up the retinal scan...
Please hold for 10 seconds for Alpha Sector Retinal ID scan.
We actually have to wait here like 10 seconds, and if we don't respond in time, it's going to scan our eye, which of course won't work.
All personnel. Contamination detected in Security alert. Security alert. Unauthorized access attempt at RETScan in Alpha Sector.
Nuclear strike authorized. Launch silo selected. Honolulu, Hawaii. Launch to proceed in 10 seconds.
All personnel.
And that's what happens if we try to go in without the retinal biochip. We fail the mission and we get auto recall, which means we have to try again. And you can hear that it launches the missile. And funny enough, 10 seconds, which is kind of odd because it's not going to do that later. You'll see. And I think the sound is still going. So let's just cut right back to the retinal scanner. Okay, so back here now, let's actually get the retinal biochip ready to go. Right now there's no laser detected, of course, but as soon as we try...
Please hold for 10 seconds for Alpha Sector Retinal ID scan.
And again, we have to actually wait. With this biochip, we can trick it and get inside.
All personnel. Contamination detected.
Anytime now.
Air ducts. Evacuation system. Warning. All personnel. Contamination detected in air ducts. Evacuation system. Warning. All personnel. Contamination detected in air ducts. Evacuation system. Warning. All personnel.
Success! Now we can finally get inside. And luckily all the beeping and stuff finally stops. It gets kind of annoying after so long. Alright, so we are finally inside here. We are ready to stop this robot, but we are going to do that in the next video. I'm going to cut this one here. So, I'll see you then.